Hi everyone, welcome back to our channel, and this is episode 31 of the epic build of the boat Shibumi. So thank you very much for staying with us this far, and I hope to grow the channel much more over the coming years, or however long it'll take us until we're finally launched somewhere in the future and sail off into the sunset. And then of course we're going to continue making videos on that as well, because we have some epic adventures, at least in our dreams, that we're going to somehow realise in time to come. So in this episode we're going to keep going with making the parts, preparing the floors in the aft cabin, making the parts to cover the sides of the tanks, and preparing a full surface for around what's going to be actually the top covers of the tanks. You've seen me make some of the manhole covers already for those, and slowly getting the whole thing ready to go, and then eventually cleaned out, primed up to a certain point, the new tops on, and then work away on it. So I've managed to cut what was there, because they were, while they were welded, they weren't welded true, not good enough for a tank. They were just, you know, every so often, and it was quite hard to get a seal on it. So I've actually cut out the inside piece as well. Now that's a big mess, and a bit of on back. I'm still outside the sheet. And the other thing I've managed to do is underneath, you can just see a little daylight coming through there. If you remember, I said I needed to get into those areas down there, but to weld underneath. I'll clean all that up and I'll stick a drill through it. I just have the rest of them to do. But to actually have that bit off now and cut, and I won't run the camera anymore, I'll just keep going with this. So I'm going to run out of battery. But that little cheapy plasma is cutting very nicely. So I have this one to do, and then I have to do the undersides of, because this is the front of the tank here, because remember it goes in there. So I notch all those underneath. And the other thing I need to do is, because I will be plating this up, and I'll cut some holes down here as to leave the fuel go between the different cells of the tank, because this is all going to be baffled off, the same on that side and the same on that side. So I'm very happy with how it's going. It's going to take a while. Then I can start cleaning it all back, adding in bits of metal, then clean the whole thing up and hopefully get it. So this is technically going to be a week or two's work, though, I will say that much. So that's going to be our progress for the next week or two. But it's going good, so I'm very happy with it. So we just have to just keep at it. That's all we can do. So while the plasma did actually cut that bit out quite successfully, I actually ended up damaging the ceramic on it, which I've ordered new parts for, so I didn't have any. So in order to keep going, I went back to my trusty old 35-year-old angle grinder, and have successfully taken out that piece, and I've started chewing. Now I replaced the strap that goes along there, but I need to cut them in to start them onto the tanks and then work from the tanks backwards. So the same on this side, that one is out, and this one is out. So I still have to cut the top strip and get the little piece going up the wall there, and the rest of the actual T-piece on the top. Get that out. This one is okay just to be ground in. And then I can clear all of the floors here and grind them out to bare metal, and then weld all the exterior seams. And then I'm going to make up little plates that will come in here into the sides with a little angle guard on top, lining up perfectly level with. I'll show you on this one. So I'm trying to put the light in here. This one might be better. So sorry about that. So this is all going to come out. One sec, let me make sure I can see it. This is all going to come out. Continue this up the wall here. Cut this here. Take this strip out. It's in my way for now. Add a piece of metal up to here, just up to this height here. Flush with that, and then internally fit an angle iron to that, and that will line up exactly here. Come this way, and that's the whole tank boxed off. So I have 4 of those to make, and then weld them fully in the whole way around. So camera's destroyed in dust. Everything is destroyed in dust because I've been grinding in here. I've been wearing my breeding gear. so I'm not going to damage myself again. But unfortunately I broke the ceramic in the little plasma. I had the tips, I had the inserts, but I didn't have the ceramic, so I have some of those on the way. But the boat held its shape perfectly when I cut out those straps there just to stop them from buckling, but we're supported under this corner here, and we're also supported under the bulkhead here, so the boat is sitting pretty in between and there's no problem there, thankfully. I was wondering would it flex or anything like that, but no, we're only taking off 2 tiny pieces considering the rest of the beams that are fitted to the boat that we won't be touching. That's it. That's it. So there you go, it took half an hour looking at the video clock, so grind that out now to finish it, but there it is, completely out. This is the one I plasma cut. And to be honest, I should have just gone with the grinder. But that's out there, it's all out there, just subject to a tidy up. And those little strips, that strip will continue on back over there again once the tanks are in, or at least the sides of the tanks are in. And of course I have the other side done, and I have that side done. I don't have anything to do in there because the top of the tank is actually going to be welded to those top seams, and I can actually get at all of those. They're up high enough to make sure they're fully welded, so I'll re-weld the inside seams of those and then weld the top to it and take out those bits of angle. I'll cut them flush and remove the centre triangle one, or the T-section one. I'll remove that one out of it on the line. I'll scribe a new line, cut into it, cut the welds down one side and break it off the wall. So at least we're getting places. So now I'm in a huge big mess today, but I'm delighted. Oh, I lost an e-pad. I'm delighted that I've got those bits off now, and I have a very firm plan now of what needs to be done. I've worked out how to seal the floor everywhere so that nothing is getting under any stringers, and like this tank is going to be pressure tested either way. So long before I paint it, I'll be pressure testing it, so I'll know exactly what's coming out where. If we have to, we'll fill it with water and empty it again, so it won't be a problem. But normal tanks, I think between 3 and 6 psi. I think I'll bring this up to maybe 10 and see, just to be sure. So our floor is completely destroyed again, but that's okay because now they're going to get done properly, and they're going to have the added benefit of having a huge big fuel tank there. In case you didn't notice, the lighting is all back in the boat again. We have the front bits to do yet, but we're back on these fluorescents which I had made up years ago when I built the boat. I've rewired them all and put them all, go and put new bulbs in them. So now I'm not working with little torches and stuff. We'll actually have full light because the evenings have closed in now. I can probably work till about 8 o'clock every night, but it's dark at 4 o'clock, as you know. So thrilled with that. But I have to say now, this is now firmly in place that this plan is going to work out, and we will have our extra fuel tanks at the back. So there we go. So look at the state of me. I'm looking at the viewfinder. That's the end of probably this episode, and I have to say I'm delighted with the progress I've got done today. I've managed to, even though the plasma let me down, I've managed to go back with the trusty old 9-inch. Tomorrow I'll tidy up, we'll film all that. I'm going to regrind it all, and I will actually be able to start putting in the side panels, or at least cutting them out, having them laid there, and then when it comes to welding the floor and that panel and the angle iron that's going to sit on top of it, I'll have everything ready, all the paint stripped off. So it's going to be a day or two of getting the rest of it ready to do this job, ready to start welding the floor solid and ready to put in the extra bits. I won't have the tops then for another couple of weeks, but at least I can have all of that done and make sure I'm happy with it. So I have to say I'm delighted with what we've done so far. So with that said, I think I'll close off this episode. I think I'll keep them shorter from now on. Please tell me in the comments if you prefer shorter, more, or longer, less often videos, because they do take time to edit. I love editing, don't get me wrong, I really enjoy it. I really enjoy the YouTube channel. Please leave comments in the comment box on YouTube. Thank you very much.